Let's get straight into it. Chapter 20, Part 2, Nan. When we got to the kitchen, Nan started by investigating the fridge. I think some of my fried chicken, some baked potato and veggie ought to do that trick. Your fried chicken? I asked suspiciously. Does that involve just taking some chicken out of a packet and putting it in the oven, or is there chopping and slicing and dicing involved? Taking some chicken out of the packet? Nan was scandalised. I don't think so. Can I watch? I asked, hoping Nan wouldn't spot what I was trying to do. No, you can help, she replied at once. You may be smart, child, but I am smarter. Worth a try. The first thing you can do, though, said Nan, is change the light bulb in the spare room for me. I want to see where I'm going when I go to bed tonight before I end up sleeping on the windowsill. Okay, Nan, I said, glad to get out of the cooking. Now all I had to do was drag out changing the light bulb for an hour or so until the worst was over. I want you back down here in 5 minutes maximum, said Nan, or I'll come upstairs to fetch you, and you don't want that. Are you reading my mind or something? I asked, impressed. Nan laughed. Now, if I told you that, you'd know as much as I do. I went over to the light bulb drawer. When I opened it, it was like opening a jack-in-the-box. Letters and more letters sprang out of it, falling to the floor. Huffing impatiently, I squatted down to pick them up. Let me do that, Nan said quickly. It's okay. I've got them, I waved her off. No, Cameron. You go and change the light bulb. I frowned up at Nan. She was nervous, agitated. What was her problem? Did she think my new heart might collapse with the strain of squatting down? I smiled to reassure her. Nan, I'm here now. It'll only take me 2 seconds, and Dr. Bryce didn't say anything about not bending down. As I reached out for a handful of the papers, I caught sight of my name on one of the letters, so I picked it up and read it. I wish I hadn't. LEPAR, League for the Protection of Animal Rights. Mr. and Mrs. Kelsey, we are LEPAR. We at LEPAR find you totally immoral and despicable. How could you condone the suffering of innocent animals? Because that's what you've done by allowing your son Cameron to have the heart of a pig transplanted into his body. Pigs are intelligent animals with thoughts and feelings just like yourselves. Would you feel it right to have humans bred for the sole purpose of being killed to allow others to use their organs? If it is not right for humans, why do you feel that such action is right and correct for animals? We understand your concern for your son. Heart disease is a terrible affliction, but it is your attempted solution that we find so reprehensible. I didn't read anymore. I couldn't. I picked up another of the letters. It was even worse. Rage and anger spilling from every word on the page. I picked up another and another. Threats and more threats made against me, against Mum and Dad, against our home, our car. It was horrible. Some of the letters accused Mum and Dad of only letting me have the operation so they could cash in on the resulting publicity. Some were from animal lovers who sympathised with Mum and Dad's position, but asked if they'd explored all the options. Some were actually from people wishing us well, but they were few and far between. Most were just nasty. Profoundly shocked, I looked up at Nan. Have you seen these? I asked. Some of them, Nan admitted. They're today's batch of letters. I read some of them when I arrived this morning. I didn't know your mum had put them in there. I wish she'd told me. Today's batch, I stared. You mean we get these every day? Every single day. But why do Mum and Dad keep them? I looked down at the pile of letters again. It couldn't have been more loathsome if it had been a pile of horse manure on the kitchen floor. The police advised them to keep the worst ones, just in case someone tries something. So each night after you're in bed, they go through them. I picked up another. No, Cameron, put it down. Don't read any more. Nan ordered gently. These people hate me. They don't even know me, and they hate me. What have I ever done to them? I said, bewildered. Cameron, it is not you. It is what you represent. You mustn't take it personally. But how can I take it any other way? These people really hated me and Mum and Dad for what we'd done. I shook my head. Why didn't Mum and Dad tell me? What for? Why upset you too? Can't the police do something about them? Like what? People are perfectly free to post letters whatever and whenever and wherever they please in this country, said Nan. Do people really believe that Mum and Dad only let me have the operation for the money they could make? I asked, appalled at the very idea of it. Some do. Your dad has had to put up with a lot of nonsense at work, and your mum reckons her company is on the verge of letting her go. They keep getting inundated with people trying to get in touch with her. I didn't think about how it would affect their jobs. It's really intriguing. But she's not going back until next week. Well, these people either don't know that or don't believe it or simply just don't care, said Nan. She bent down to pick up the letters, some still in their envelopes, most just crumpled sheets of paper. That's why Mum and Dad wouldn't take the money those two newspapers offered, isn't it? I realised. Because then all those people who accused them of only doing it for the money would think they were right. Your Mum and Dad wouldn't have taken that money no matter what the circumstance, Nan told me firmly. We stuffed the letters back in the drawer. Nan took out a light bulb before firmly pushing the drawer shut. Now, I believe you're going to help me change a light bulb. She handed the bulb to me. I nodded and turned to leave the room. Cameron? Yes, Nan. Don't let it get you down, okay? I forced a smile as I left the kitchen, thinking it was much too late for that. Thousands and thousands of people out there didn't know anything about us except what they'd read in the newspapers, and yet, to them we were the scum of the earth. And Julie and her mum were among them. I told myself not to mind, not to let them get to me, but I'd be lying if I said that at the moment. I didn't feel like shouting at the top of my voice, or kicking someone. So, that took me back a bit, just thinking about how it's affecting his parents' jobs in all corners of their life. I know it would have had a negative reaction, but you know, it really is a really clever children's book, this. The ethical question we discussed back in January, is it right to do it? Still in my mind, I'm never going to come to a conclusion with that. I don't think I can. Even though you know me as an animal rights lover and, you know, hugely pro-animal, part of me thinks, you know, there is two sides to this argument. It's very, very intriguing. My question is, was it okay to send those letters? Nan says people can send letters wherever and whenever they want. Should they have been allowed to send those letters? Should there be a repercussion for them? It's affecting Cameron negatively. Can they get away with that? What's your thoughts on it? Also, what did you think of Nan's approach? Did you find it helpful? She's sort of got a tough love approach. Sort of like me with a Jamaican accent, I'd say. She's very caring, but she has no nonsense. But do you think that's what Cameron needs? Do you think that was useful? Okay, guys. I hope you listened beautifully to that. Great little chapter. And we'll have another chapter. That's chapter 21, Blood, tomorrow. Right. Enjoy your evening. Well done on a super Monday back at school. And we'll see what tomorrow brings.